Jenna Ortega and Kevin Costner were the MVPs of SNL 50. Their reactions in the anniversary special explained. Jenna Ortega and Kevin Costner aren't two people that most celebrity fans would put together. Their careers and ages are wildly different. Costner is in his 70s and has multiple successful series like Yellowstone, as well as an Oscar for Best Director to his name. Meanwhile, Ortega has established herself as one of horror's biggest current screen queens through projects like Wednesday and A24's Death of a Unicorn. However, during SNL 50, which celebrated the long-running sketch comedy show's 50th anniversary, Costner and Ortega were unexpectedly thrown together. The star-studded event featured actors, musicians, athletes, and public figures from all across the American consciousness. In a way, all the celebrity appearances perfectly reflect the significant presence the long-running sketch comedy show has in American culture, especially American comedy. Costner and Ortega were just two stars in a night sky of brilliance. Jenna Ortega and Kevin Costner's SNL 50 audience reaction shots explained. Jenna Ortega and Kevin Costner appear in a segment where SNL alumni Tina Fey and Amy Poehler host a Q&A with the audience. The skit was likely added to SNL 50 so the program could feature as many celebrity guests as possible. The bit soon turns into a parody, in which former SNL cast members sing the Les Miserables soundtrack. Costner and Ortega soon find themselves engulfed by three passionate singers: Jason Sudeikis, dressed as a 1970s drifter, Will Forte as Elmo, and Kristen Wiig as the Green the Yellowstone, and Wednesday as DRS sitting in between the drifter, Green and Elmo, who are all belting out Broadway show tunes, is already a recipe for comedy. But what makes it even funnier is that Costner and Ortega seem to be caught in the middle of the sketch, both literally and figuratively. The celebrities are completely caught off guard by the singers, though they try to maintain their smiles, knowing they're on camera. But their expressions, from trying to look away to glances between the two seemingly unrelated actors, make the scene even more enjoyable. The drifter and Elmo reach over Costner and Ortega in an embrace, plus the drifter keeps hitting Ortega with his hand, which forces her to move in closer to Costner. Shortly after the bit, some viewers started a rumor that Ortega and Costner were dating because of how she got close to him. However, the reality is that Ortega didn't want to get hit in the face by Jason Sudeikis, and really, who could blame her? At the end of the sketch, Costner and Ortega are squished together during a kiss between Forte and Sudeikis. The celebs are SNL 50's MVPs, if only for being such good sports about being stuck in the middle, literally. Other notable celebrity reactions at SNL 50. Another memorable celebrity reaction that also occurred during the Q&A sketch was when Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones asked if anyone at SNL had found the scarf he left behind in 1998. Then the camera cuts to comedic actor Zach Galifianakis, wearing a bright scarf on his head, who says, "Look, it's simply not here, okay? Can we all just stop looking?" Next question. Both Zach's commitment to the bit and the wave of laughter that comes from the audience are enough to make anyone chuckle. The star-studded affair also caught a surprised reaction from Blake Lively after Reynolds memorably joked about her "It Ends With Us" controversy with Justin Baldoni. To be honest, I had to go back and watch that part again because I was so distracted by the many A-listers behind Reynolds, including not only Jenna Ortega and Kevin Costner, but also Steven Spielberg, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Cher in the background. Honestly, Cher, who is seated on the other side of Costner, offered one of the best moments in the sketch. Poehler asks if Cher has a question, but she perfectly responds with, "No, I don't. I got a lot of answers." Classic Cher and classic SNL came together in one beautiful package.